Hello. This week we're going to be doing Google Forms, and those tie into spreadsheets, which are typically used for calculations. But now we're going to look at how they are used for a Google form. And then a lot of businesses use spreadsheets for all kinds of things, all kinds of jobs. So it's really good to know how to use them as forms as well. So let's go to New and go to Google Forms and choose Blank Form. You'll get this first screen, and all we have to do is click up here, and we'll just call this one Survey 1. And if I click here, it automatically will put the title. And you can always put a description of your form. Please complete this form for our records. Or if you are a seventh grader, you might say, please answer this survey for my human interest research story about dyslexia. Or if you were an eighth grader, you might say, please complete this survey about the use of spreadsheets at your job. That could be a topic you could use. All right, so when we go to the questions, there are all kinds of questions we can ask. Short answer and longer answer, the kind where you have certain answers like multiple choice, checkbox, drop down. The difference is checkbox lets you pick as many as you want. And then we have some that get a little more complicated that I'll go into later. So let's start with an easy short answer question. We'll put last name, and we will make sure that this says required. And notice it goes to short answer because it knows that that question tends to be a short answer. Now I'm just going to duplicate the question right here, and I'm going to change it to say first name. And again, that's still a short answer. Okay. Now, let's say you're doing something for the students. We're going to click the plus sign over here to add a new question. Notice some other choices are, if I had somewhere else, I could import them. I could add titles and descriptions, images, videos, or make a section break. I'm just going to add a question, and I'm going to call it grade. Now, that's going to be multiple choice. Option 1 is 6. Option 2 is 7. Option 3 is 8. Be careful if you accidentally click down here. See how it now says option 4? If there's an X next to it, it means that it's going to say 6, 7, 8, option 4. And obviously we don't want that. So click the X to remove that and make sure you only have enough X's as what you need here. If maybe we wanted to here, click on this one and put staff, teacher. So maybe we're going to send this survey to all the students and the staff and the teachers. So we could have a fourth choice like that one. Okay. Let's add another question. Let's make this one a drop down. Which of the following pets do you have? And we're going to make that a checkbox. And notice it actually figured out because we said which of the following, and that usually implies that they can say more than one. I have no pets. We'll put that as the first option. Okay, cat, dog, bird, reptile, / amphibian. They're not the same. Ferret, guinea pig, hamster or a gerbil, rabbit, horse. And now we're going to click where it says add other. Now they can type in if they have something besides any of these either. So if you have a cat, a dog, an iguana, and a horse, you can check all of those. If you also have a pet goat, they could check that and they could put goat. All right. And again, that's required because they're able to answer that. If they have no pets, they'll click I have no pets. And so that'll be required. Okay, let's do one more question. Hit the plus sign. This time I want it to be a drop down and say, what was your first pet? And we'll have to start with none if somebody doesn't have a pet. And then we'll put cat, dog, bird, and now we'll just put other. Okay, so you can see how that one works. And make sure that we're at number 6, make sure there's no X there, so make sure it didn't put it on there. Now let's see how it looks really quick. Go to the eyeball. And here's what it's going to look like to the students, grade 6, 7. See how there's no extra answers that we don't need? Which of the following do you have? They can check all of those. What was your first pet? It's a drop-down menu. Notice it's a required question. They have to say none if they didn't have any. All right. I go back to this tab. I can go to the palette. Now you can change the colors. You can change the background color. You can change the font on the whole thing and see how that looks. See if you like it. Notice it only changes the questions and not the choices. And you can even add an image. If we go here, they have a lot built in. Upload, if you had one saved. Photos, people could search pets. There are my pets. I will put them. Insert. I want you to see where it's going to put the image when I do that. So I'll X out of this. So there's my pets survey 1. And I have pets there. An image is not required. Okay, try that much, doing exactly what we did on this one. And make sure your spelling is right. Make it look good. Change the color, change the font, and make it look good. Thanks.